Knowing what's blocking your alignment is powerful, but it doesn't actually change your reality until you know how to work with it. So here is how I work with my clients to really shift what's been getting away, to shift those alignment zappers that we discussed so that your body, mind, including your subconscious mind, and the deep level of who you are, that all of those are in agreement, are in harmony with what you really want, so that you are a clear signal, a clear magnet, drawing to you what truly suits you more easily, more accurately, and that you have that sense of presence and support as you like lift that next foot, right? Because when we're moving forward, right, one foot is always in the air or beginning to be in the air, right? And so typically we don't find that unstable unless we are off balance, right? Because there is a naturalness. You're naturally taking that next step. And that's what alignment is all about. So limiting belief clearing. Some of you might be familiar with Psyche, and I will leave the link to more information on that in my description. That gives you a simple, fast, effective way to work with your system for what you want. So it's like it provides this clear foundation. And because the subconscious is where at least 95% of our brain activity is happening, and it's processing information 40 million times faster than our conscious mind. When the subconscious is in agreement, or in this case, brought into agreement with what you really want, then you have real traction instead of this larger part of your consciousness moving in the opposite direction. Also, that deep wisdom within you of your soul, that distinctive soul energy, having that more fully integrated in your being because your soul knows you best and is always connected to divine wisdom without, let's say, some of the filters that our conscious mind would have. And so the more we integrate that soul energy, which is a distinctive energy from that of the chakras, although of course it impacts the chakras. And so there are some beautiful processes that we work with that go beyond words, that require very few words, that bring that more fully into your body, into your life. And that tends to grease the wheels. The most common denominator of uh, people's response about their experiences from this are that things just seem easier, and some triggers that were there before just aren't. And so that is a way that we work at a deep level beyond the conscious mind. And also, there is an application of hypnosis that among other things, does a very deep, comprehensive job of clearing dense energies that don't really belong in your field, whether that is an aspect of yourself due to uh, emotional or physical traumas, whether that is coming from what most of us would describe as outside of ourselves. And there's a variety of reasons that may become lodged in one's field and cause various degrees of interference, depending on the nature of that. There's a beautiful all consent way, all win way that those dense energetic attachments can be released and replaced with light as they are also converted to light. So this is a truly sacred way of bringing more light, more coherence, more alignment with the truth of who you are to yourself, and more of that clear, shining field to our planet. So that is another truly wondrous way that we can work together to shift those alignment zappers so that as you meet whatever challenging types of experiences may arise, there isn't that degree of roller coaster before, and you may be less inclined to experience them as you draw more and more of what suits you to you. And so I'm happy to respond to any questions that you may have about these ways of working together. On my site, you can find uh, quite a few testimonials about other people's experiences of them. I'm happy to chat with you on a clarity call if you'd like to know more in particular of how this might relate to you specifically, and to see whether Divine Alignment Sanctuary, Flourish Your Purpose Immersion, if some of what I offer would be the best next step for you in your particular situation. You can also join my Facebook group that starts with the number 4, Your Healing Visionary Purpose, if you want to stay connected and continue integrating what's been shared in this series in a supportive space. And in the meantime, I want to thank you so much for being here and for being you. Namaste and many blessings to you, my friend.